What's that? It's a new intro song. That's what I'm doing. Okay, that's, I mean, I guess that's fine. Still can't figure out how to whistle? No, I can't. This is all that happens. Oof, that was not whistling. Alright, I mean, then we're good then. You did the intro music? Nah, it wasn't done yet. I mean, then I guess, have at it. Alright, what is up, everyone? And thank you for checking out Don't Say the F Word. We are a pro wrestling and combat sports podcast. We do not use the F word when we talk about professional wrestling. Shouldn't let your friends use it either. It's Monday. Gonna be doing a Raw preview show. And, what's that? What's what? What's in your cup? Yeah, right here? It's my coffee. You know, we are sponsored by Prince Nana Coffee. Promo code Don't Say the F Word. Save yourself 10%. Fresh roasted coffee. Shipped right to your door. Nah, that's not really what I mean. I mean, why does it look like that? I mean, I put a little cream in there. What's wrong with it? I don't understand what the problem is. It doesn't look like the coffee you had yesterday. Well, the first reason for that would be I have right now. Looks like Joe's about to join us. Yeah, it's not the coffee I had. It's the coffee that I have right now. No, I mean, Joe, did you see this coffee? Joe, I can't hear you. I still can't hear Joe. Is this a me issue or a Joe issue? Let's find out. Oh, that's a me issue. Yeah, I can't hear Joe. Joe, can you hear me? I can't hear you. Yeah, I don't hear you either. Try screaming really loud. Ah! Nah, I still can't hear you. Anyway, I mean, this is the coffee I got. I don't see a problem with it. Jody, do you see a problem with it? Yeah, the one we had yesterday looked a lot better. It had whipped cream and looked delicious. Well, I mean, that's my wife made that one. Why didn't she make this one? I mean, she's busy. I still can't hear Joe. She's busy. Oh, you sure she still loves you? The hell? Yeah. Yes, I am sure. Like, what? I mean, the one she made yesterday looked like it was clearly made with love. I mean, it was. And the one you made yourself looked like it was made with some self-loathing and, well, not much effort. Damn. I'm glad I can't hear Joe chiming in on this. I still can't hear you. And now he's frozen. Still. Now I can. You're fine. I can't hear shit you're saying though. Joe's having technical difficulties because he's using Apple products. Oh wow. But yeah. I had to make this myself. That's. Oh, I'm just saying. Maybe I heard something that maybe your wife was gonna put a bar of soap in a sock and just wail on you. Why would that happen? Joe, why would that happen? Can't hear you, but maybe I can read your lips. I don't know. Yeah, I still can't hear you. Why would you I had read something. I mean, you read something. I had read about people putting bars of soap in a sock and just, wailing on people. Where would you have read that at? I was on the dark web. The hell were you doing on the dark web? I was trying to buy some Bitcoins. Some what? Yeah, I was down by Bitcoin. I heard Bitcoin was going up in value. You definitely did not hear that Bitcoin is going up in value. That's absolutely not what you heard about. Yeah, I heard Bitcoin's gonna be like $200 or something soon.
All right,
oh, look, Joe, you got any Bitcoin?
Nah, I got some.
You got Bitcoin?
I got some, yeah.
It is not Bitcoin. That's not what it is. Yeah, Bitcoin. I've seen Gary Vee talking about it. Well, Gary Vee also told all of us that NFTs were going to be worth money, and that was a lie.
I can say this. I looked on my little Coinbase. No, crypto. My bad, crypto. And
you
I
bought Bitcoin?
Now, I bought the crypto.com one I got for free, and it went up.
There you go.
It went up. Last time I looked at it, like it was like at $8. Then when they started saying it went back up, it's at like 30 right now.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I hopped on the hype train of Bitcoin very early on.
Mm-hmm.
Probably around, I don't know, 2010-ish, 2009-ish, something like that, like very early. There was a point in time whenever I wanted to take a good amount of money out of my retirement and buy Bitcoin. You mean Bitcoin, not Bitcoin. It's definitely not the thing.
I get
it definitely not Bitcoin. It was Bitcoin. And Joe, I'm going to tell you right now, your sister didn't think that Bitcoin would be a good investment.
I think a lot of people said that. I can't complain. A lot of people said it would not be a great investment.
Yeah, I wanted to buy I don't know, like 10 grand worth of Bitcoin. Bitcoin. No, it's not Bitcoin, man. Had I done so, and I had held on to it, I would be a billionaire. With a B? Yes, with a B. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Bitcoin. Not.
Hey.
You're going to go over here, not trying to hear about Bitcoin. The hell? What would Bitcoin be? Like crypto farming? Is that something? I get your farm to coins. I mean, like a farm?
Probably self-farm, yeah, like a new fruit or corn, whatever you want to call it, yeah.
Yes. So, yeah. So, I mean.
You'll be a billionaire right now.
Yeah. Here, the reality is, had I bought $10,000 worth of Bitcoin, not Bitcoin, back then, it would have crashed completely. It wouldn't have been worth anything. I would have been the jinx that would have ruined it for everyone.
Yeah, think about it. You would have to find a way to transit that Bitcoin money into U.S. money, and then reality, it would be like $1 billion on their site, but then it'll be like probably roughly $500,000, maybe.
Well, I mean, now, it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Back then, you had to go on websites that sold, that people traded Magic the Gathering cards, and people were exchanging Bitcoins with each other off of those sites. You hear about the dude who had sold 10 Bitcoins to someone for 2 large pizzas back in 2010?
I heard about that. Yeah.
Imagine being that guy.
That guy was he was hungry. He was poor at the time.
So at least you got the mic working. That's good.
Yeah, I think.
Seems like your Apple products are giving you a hard time, Joe.
Nah, I think I didn't put it on when I hit the live at the same time. So
Oh.
Because
just saying, Android products don't really give that many issues.
Yeah, because if you notice, the little one ain't around running.
You remember to pick her up from school, right?
Oh, she getting her hair done, so she being fancy right now. So
Oh. Why ain't you doing her hair?
I can't do hair. I can't do that.
Makes sense.
Oh, see, look, here she go. Look, she's just looking. Yeah. It's what they say. They say, how can I put it? They say mixed baby's hair is way hard to do than a regular hair.
I believe it. I mean, I ain't got no hair.
There you
So, yeah. Joe, it's Monday.
Monday.
We're gonna preview Raw, but before we do that, did you have any issues with the Kyle Fletcher, Will Ospreay match with the tombstone onto the steps?
I kept trying to see what everybody talking about went wrong because they showed the crowd view. I'm thinking like, what was wrong? I don't know what happened.
So the complaint from Busted Open today was that they prostituted that move by not having that be the end of the match.
Oh.
The match still continued after that. Bubba Ray Dudley wouldn't even review the match because of that spot.
Oh. I looked at it. I saw it for the crowd's view, the fans' view, whoever took the video of it.
I thought the spot was awesome.
It was great. I'm looking at it like, I see people saying this is wrong. I'm like, what's wrong?
It's because Bubba said that they shouldn't have done that spot that way. Mark Henry kind of agreed with him in that, them doing that, such a big spot like that, and not having that be the finish of the match was prostituting the move and ruin the match. I'm going to say this. Bubba Ray Dudley's just an old man yelling at the sky because he can't do shit no more.
I'm just going to say this.
How could that have ended the match? It was outside the ring.
I'm just going to say this. There's been a lot of matches. It's on the chair, girl, in the kitchen. Getting the hair washed too, so got to get the whole boodle done. I'm just gonna say this: I've seen lots of matches, and majority of them had done something with the steel chair, and the match still went on.
Right? I didn't understand the logic and the idea that this was somehow a problem, because there's been so many big spots that have happened in so many matches that could have been the end, but simply were not the end. Mm-hmm. One of the ones that came to mind for me immediately was Taker and Mick, Hell in a Cell. Mick was thrown off the cell and continued the match.
That's true.
And I know the argument would have been, well, that was a different circumstance, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Well, how about all the time someone has jumped off the top of the War Games cage? Ricochet did a 450 off the top of the War Games cage through a table, and it didn't end it.
Well, you got to think about this. When that Hell in a Cell spot happened, there really wasn't that many safety protection that there is today. So that was legit. It's way worse than that little chair that Kyle Fletcher and Will did last night.
It was on the steps. It was the tombstone off the apron to the steps that he had the issue with, and then they later complained about the pile driver, a different one. But I just think like that's pro wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
You do a big spot and then you end a match with an RKO. That's just what happens.
Basically, yeah.
It just seemed to me that it was an attempt to try to bury a match that is, without question, top 5 match of the year.
It's up there.
Yeah.
It's definitely up there.
It's hard because it's so fresh in my brain, but in the moment, like I'm not really sure what I'm going to think is topping that.
Girl, he don't want to see your hair, okay? He don't want to see your hair, okay?
Yeah, I just couldn't figure out how they could have a problem with that match. The match was just so good.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Maybe he didn't land it right or something. They said it went wrong, and I thought he got injured by the way it looked like. But I'm like, I ain't seen nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. All right, we'll switch gears because Wednesday we'll talk more about the follow-up that we're expecting from Full Gear. But let's talk a little bit about WWE. It's 1 year. It's been a year now.
Yeah,
CM Punk has been back in WWE.
1 whole year.
Full year.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Punk's first year back in WWE?
It would have been better if he didn't get injured at the Rumble. It was Rumble. He got injured. It would have been better if he didn't get injured at the Rumble. But I can say, even though he got injured, he played it off well going after Drew. The whole, 4 months?
Yeah.
4 months.
So, I looked at it and I looked at we have a year since Randy Orton's been back and a year since CM Punk has been back. And comparatively, Orton's had 40-something televised matches or matches total, whatever it is, and Punk's had 6.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think, you think about that, man, what if that injury wouldn't have happened? How much better would the year have been? And then I'm like, actually, no. The injury was kind of perfect because we didn't rush right into Punk and Seth. Because that would have been Mania, right? It would have been Punk and Seth at Mania.
That was the original plan, yeah.
Yeah. And I think what we got at Mania was a lot better than that.
Yeah.
Punk not getting to wrestle at Mania, having his moment with Drew, but he didn't wrestle and able to build off of that to now maybe we get Seth and Punk at Mania in Vegas. I almost think CM Punk wrestling 6 times was better. And also kept him from, getting more injured.
I would say this. If there was one person with the injury, with the mic skills to get on your nerves, it would be like a tie between him and The Miz. If The Miz ever did get hurt, he could do something. He could say something to anybody that, let's just say he was fighting John Cena. When he did John Cena, when he was injured, he called out John Cena every night when he knew Cena was injured, and he still fought him injured.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty good right there. So them two, I would say them two are the perfect ones that could just get under your skin on the mic when somebody's injured, if one of them injured.
Do you think CM Punk manages to do War Games and not get injured?
All depends on what they bring in that ring. It all depends. Because they've been bringing tables in there lately. Don't know how they did that, but I would say I don't think he's been in a War Game match before. He hasn't been in one. I'm trying to think.
He's never been in War Games.
It all depends on what number he comes out.
Roman's going to make him go first. Right?
If I had to pick, it would be one of them to be the last one. So, or it just depends. No, you know what? I'm still thinking it would be better if Jacob Fatu and Roman were the first ones to go at it.
Wow.
I'm still sticking with that. That would be way better.
I think he makes Punk go in first. I think the only thing that makes sense is for Punk to enter War Games first. We got the Soul Sessions joining us. Thank you for checking us out live on Instagram. If you're not live on Instagram, that means I remember to upload onto YouTube and Spotify. So hey, that's awesome too.
I got some reminder, y'all.
You know, the preview shows, I don't think it necessarily matters if I get them to YouTube or Spotify. They kind of just live in the moment. Tomorrow, this show doesn't necessarily matter. I think Punk has to be a guy to enter first for just things to make sense, because why would Roman want anybody else? He got to send Punk in there to see if he can trust him. Which then brings me to this question about trust. I would imagine tonight on Raw, there's going to be a Seth Rollins CM Punk segment. It's not announced. I think Punk is announced for Raw, but I don't think what he's going to be doing is announced. He's going to have to kind of explain why he's aligned himself with Roman Reigns, which should draw out Seth Rollins. Who is going to screw Roman Reigns at War Games? CM Punk, Seth Rollins, or Paul Heyman? Or do you think nobody? Do you think everybody just plays nice to Roman Reigns for some reason?
Lord. What is that doing? I'm just having fun. Okay.
Wait.
What's up, girl?
A shirt.
Girl, this water.
I didn't want. I don't want water on my shirt.
All right, you want a shirt? Here we go. Here we go. There you go. Hit special shirt, girl.
How am I supposed to change?
You'll change when you get the hair dry, girl. Quit tripping. After you get done. I tried. I thought I had to do it. I tried. I don't think nobody's gonna screw this woman.
Really?
I think the screw is gonna happen Friday.
What do you think happens?
Let's just say, we'll just say Jay probably go back to Raw. Well, Sammy and Jay back to Raw. Hey, that ain't no way. Yeah, gotta do copy. Okay, now we'll just say Friday. The original 4 comes out, talks about how they won, and
You still think Team Roman wins?
No, not really. I don't think Team Roman wins, but I'm just gonna do what WWE would do. I think Team Solo is probably gonna win, but Team WWE was gonna have Roman win. So if Roman wins, I would say that's when the screws start. When Paul Heyman, he thanks the wise man for finding somebody. It's not who he wanted, but they found the 5th person. And that's when Paul says, what makes you think I was trying to find a 5th member to help you out? And that's when the whole...
Do you think Paul Heyman aligns himself with The Rock?
I don't think... Not really, because him and The Rock, they ain't got no mix. That's a bad combination right now. Him and The Rock is bad.
I think we get The Rock at the end of War Games. I don't know if he will be there physically. I think we get Paul Heyman. I think War Games ends with Paul Heyman turning on Roman Reigns and CM Punk. And it ends with Paul grabbing his phone and call The Rock. And that's how Survivor Series War Games goes off the air.
I think this is gonna be better. I think
Better than that? How could it be better than what I booked?
Seth comes out.
Booker of the year.
Yeah, but how about Seth comes out and costs CM Punk from going in the ring when it's turn?
I can see that too.
Still chair to the back. Boom. He's mad that somebody, the one person he hates the most, is helping out Roman. That he hates Roman the most, and this is how you start the feud till I don't know, WrestleMania. You want to call it?
What if he cuffed Punk inside of the cage?
That'd be great. That'd be great. Yeah, that'd be a good move. Or hypothetically, let's just say Seth saves Punk from Bronson Reed's tsunami because he's not finished with Bronson.
He should be, though. They should put it to bed. Would you like to see Bronson Reed stay with the Bloodline after War Games or go back to doing his own thing?
I say if they got one more battle with the Bloodline, then that'd be it. Then he can go back and do his whole thing solo. Just one more round.
I feel like Bronson Reed fits into the Bloodline quite easily.
I say he does, but then they would have to explain how Bronson is related with the Samoan heritage to make it get the crowd to understand why he's supposed to be in the Bloodline point 2.
You got a comment that J8955 CM Punk's gonna open tonight wearing an OG Heyman Guy t-shirt.
Yeah, that's why I had to feel in the
That'd
opening.
be kind of funny. Bring back the I'm a Paul Heyman Guy shirt.
Mm-hmm. But I do got a feeling Punk is going to open the show tonight.
There's a good chance Punk opening the show is going to push that start time back. We just want to do that now.
I'm going to do that now.
That's all right, guys. Impromptu. When the bell tolls.
All right.
Thank you, Jay, for calling out the start of the show.
All right.
I got my time. So what time will the first bell ring to start a match on Monday Night Raw?
All right, we got CM Punk. He talks a lot, but talks slow.
Does talk a lot.
I'm going to say Punk, well, promo package. 8:03, Punk comes out. 8:11, talking. 8:12, Seth comes out. Talk. Da-da-da. Commercial break. 8:26.
8:26. I have 8:33. I think it'll be we're going to get a video package from SmackDown. We'll get Punk talking. We'll get Seth talking. Man, dude, what if we get Drew's return tonight and he attacks Punk?
Ooh. I don't think Drew coming back just yet because
Me either. But what if we did? What if that's what we got?
Hey, that would mean probably next Monday be a triple threat between Drew, Seth, and Punk. Or they push it to Saturday night main event.
That would be good. That way you get Punk with something on Saturday night's main event.
Mm-hmm. That is me. Because they're trying to get that Saturday night main event looking good to tune in on Saturday. And that'd be probably.
And that's going to be at the Garden, right?
It's at the Garden.
Man, giving Punk a match with Drew at the Garden would be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That would be pretty darn good.
Yeah.
I think that I think the Punk Drew thing just can't be done yet. It can't be over.
They did 3. They had 3 matches done.
I mean, the last one was Hell in a Cell, though.
Then that would mean they'll fight at Rumble.
Yeah. Or just another moment in the Rumble. And Drew eliminates Punk.
Or better yet, what if Raw hosts the Elimination Chamber this year and all 3 of them are in it? Drew, Seth, and Punk. And
That could work out.
And the best thing would be, it would be probably Punk and Seth started off, and then Drew comes in next. That'd be great. I'm just saying, just throwing it out there, y'all.
It's got to be Punk and Seth Mania, right? Like, we can't. I can't figure out a better time to get those two together.
I don't know, but it's gonna be something.
So we also have the New Day's 10-year anniversary is coming up next week, I believe.
No, it's this week. Well, Friday.
So then the celebration's going to be next Monday.
Probably so.
Do you think they turn? Do you think they turn heel, or do you think they just break up?
I think without Big E, they break up. I think it's this.
Yeah.
They tried to break them up when Big E went to SmackDown. It kind of worked, but it didn't actually work. But then when Big E actually got injured, it's starting. You can see it starting to happen. Like they're without Big E, there's no New Day, and really for Big E's health reasons, I would prefer Big E don't get back in the ring.
I wonder if Big E does get cleared to wrestle.
He could, but I still want to see him go down the road like Stone Cold and everybody else did with that neck injury. That's gonna be a killer to deal with when you get older, or when he gets older.
Yeah, but the last I had seen an interview where he talked about it, he said he was feeling good.
And then I believe he said he got 3-6 months to another evaluation, I think it is.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I think it'll be interesting to see. I think Big E could be the mouthpiece, though. You know, that Big E could be the catalyst that aids in the heel turn.
He could, but then again, Big E is great on commentary on every pay-per-view, premium live event.
But imagine him doing it from a heel's perspective. Imagine him doing that the sitting at the pre-show desk as a heel.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
it's been a while since we've had Big E as a heel.
That'd be great. Him and Wade Barrett be the heels of the show. That'd be great.
Right?
That wouldn't be bad.
That would be really, really good. I think that'd be the way to go. I think you keep them together. It keeps us having our New Day. They just let them be heels. I think that would be the most fun way to do it. They don't gotta turn on each other. Why do they gotta stop being friends?
I think Kofi probably at the point where he just ready to hang up the boots.
You think? I mean, he's been around a while, but it's not like he's taking tons of punishment.
I know, but what, 2008? Yeah, 8 or 10, yeah. One of them. Yeah.
So we also are going to have Bron Breakker and Ludwig Kaiser. I think there's a 0% chance that Ludwig Kaiser beats Bron Breakker, right? But they're going to have a good match. Those two are good in the ring together.
Mm-hmm.
Raw's also going to have a tornado tag match with Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee against American Made.
I feel bad for them.
Why?
They're trying to do Team Angle. Tag can do it, but the Creed brothers, they just not the Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin. They just ain't them.
What if Angle came in to manage them? How fun would that be?
It'd be fun. It'd be great. It'd be kind of funny too, but
I wish AEW would have been on board with bringing Angle in to do something that wasn't wrestling. I wish they wouldn't have been so hell-bent on having him wrestle. I would have much rather seen. I would have loved to see what he could have done with being the guy like producing some stuff and managing a talent in AEW. I don't know who I would have given him in AEW.
Wait. Nah, that ain't gonna work out. I ain't got nobody.
Either. No one comes to mind who I think would be a good person to be managed by Kurt Angle in AEW. But I wish he would have been able to go there. But I think it's a better opportunity with American Made.
American Made, yeah. Yeah. Ooh. It would have been better if maybe at the time he would have been with Cody, the American Nightmare.
Yeah.
That would have been cool right there. The Olympic hero with the American Nightmare. That would probably been a good way to do it in AEW, but
so this is Go Home Raw. And this is realistically the go home show before Survivor Series because SmackDown is taped.
Mm-hmm.
let me ask you. I think Raw is set to be a good Raw.
Yeah.
Is it set up to be a good enough go-home show? Like, it's War Games, it's Survivor Series, and it's not a pay-per-view. You don't have to buy this. So there's no, like, selling you on tuning in. My question is, if this were a pay-per-view, is Raw set up well enough to make you buy it?
I'm going to say no, because this Survivor Series feel like it's a SmackDown pay-per-view.
I agree with that. Let me ask you this question. If this was not a premium live event and this were a pay-per-view, would you pay $50 to watch Survivor Series War Games this Saturday?
Definitely. I might say no.
Yeah. In this moment, I kind of feel the same way. Now, I don't think that the go home for Full Gear was very solid, but I think the card itself was set up to be so good that paying for that was kind of a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was so hard to predict what you thought was going to happen, you almost just kind of had to see it live. Now, granted, the ending of the show is kind of confusing. We'll talk about that on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I have, I was going to say this. I think that it was done to show that there's a lot of people looking to challenge Jon Moxley. There's a lot of people he could have to contend with. You got Christian, you got Hangman, you got Jay White, you got Darby. So it's not just your Danny Garcias and these guys out there. Everyone's gunning for Jon Moxley.
I got one thing to say. Where's the belt?
It's in the briefcase.
That's kind of like a small briefcase for that belt.
It really is. The duffel bag made a lot more sense, but you couldn't really have them keeping the belt in a duffel bag with Orange Cassidy carrying a backpack.
Yeah, so the wrestling legend said that was a disgrace carrying in the duffel bag.
I think they should have smashed it with a hammer.
Oh. Okay.
Right there, as soon as he won it, he should have smashed it with a hammer into a bunch of pieces and threw it into the crowd. That would have sent a message. I mean, we had Punk spray paint an X on one.
Yeah.
And that was dumb as hell, but...
Remember, straight edge.
Sure.
Just saying.
But yeah, I think Raw's going to be good. I just don't think we're going to get anything too crazy because I feel like SmackDown's a show building up War Games. Everything else is...
And like the only main thing is the men's War Games, Gunther and Priest, the women's War Games, and am I missing something?
I'm sure Cody and KO will get made, right?
No, they're not. They're not there this year.
They're not going to do Cody versus KO?
Cody and KO is not set for Survivor Series.
That's stupid. That's dumb. I digress. Well, I think it'll still be a good show. I think it's going to be after 8:30 before the bell rings for the first match. Mm-hmm. But thank you, everyone, for checking us out live on Instagram. If I remember to put this on YouTube and Spotify, hey, thanks for being there, too. But if you're looking for the preview shows, the best place to find those is live on Instagram. And we will be back Wednesday. To preview Dynamite. and kind of peel the layers back for what could be next after Full Gear, because Full Gear was a great show. Don't listen to anyone who tells you otherwise. If someone tries to tell you some negativity about Full Gear, they're either a paid shill or a dipshit. So it's on you to figure out which category they are.
All right.
Thank you for checking us out, and we're out.
Out it.